the voice of the child. So at this stage in the training, we would hopefully have a young person who's looked after to come and talk to you. But obviously, I can't put them on camera and you're not here. What I would say to you is YouTube, the internet is a great resource, and there's lots of clips out there that you can access if you just look around children talking about their experiences in care, to give you an idea of the voice of the child. What I will say to you is we do have a group called YVIC in Hull, which stands for Young Voices Influencing Care, and this group is run by a lady called Lorraine Bucock, and it's a group of children who are looked after, who get together to socialise, to go on activities, but also they can be very influential. They go to council meetings. They've been to Parliament with Lorraine before, and they're really, really important. There's lots of groups all over the world like this. They put videos together, training packages together for people. So if you have a child in your care who you think would benefit from going to a group with other children who are looked after, then speak to your social worker and they can get in touch with Lorraine, because it's a really, really good group for them to be involved in. It's somewhere where they don't have to feel different. They can be the care kid, if you like, because everybody else is looked after as well. So there's a couple of slides there about what YVIC can do for children. So I'm going to talk to you briefly about the team around the child and the foster carer, so some of the professionals that you can expect to encounter. This list is by no means exhaustive. The list could go on, but some of the key people that you will come into contact with as a foster carer. So we have the child's social worker. So this person is responsible for the child. So although parental responsibility is held by the local authority and the parents, on the local authority's part it's overseen by the child's social worker. So the child's social worker will have timescales in which they have to visit the child, how often they have to visit the child. They will have to see the child alone without you there, so please don't think they're being secretive or snoopy. They will have to see the child's bedroom. We need to make sure that children are safe. So the child social worker is there to make plans for the children, make sure the plans work. They are there for the child's family, to work with the child's family. But ultimately, it's about them making sure the child is safe and that they have a plan and that plan is being maintained. Fostering social worker, I've already talked to you about fostering social worker. This is somebody you will be assigned once you've been to panel. Up until then you will have an assessing social worker, and the fostering social worker will job is the welfare of you and your family, everyone in your household. An independent reviewing officer. So an independent reviewing officer is the person that reviews and endorses plans for the child. So they will hold what is called a looked after review for the child at regular intervals. It depends how long children have been into care as to how often their reviews are held. But the reviewing officer basically chairs a meeting with everybody involved and hopefully the child. We really, really promote children attending their own reviews. And you will be expected to contribute to that, and the reviewing officer needs to make sure that everybody's doing their job and that this child is getting what they need. The independent reviewing officer is independent of the local authority. So if they feel that the local authority is not doing what they need to be doing for the child, they can take that further. You will have an independent fostering reviewing officer, an IFRO. So after your first year as a foster carer, you will have a review, and every year thereafter. And the independent fostering reviewing officer is there to review you. So rather than reviewing the child and the child's plan, they're looking at you, the foster carer, and everything that we know about you and how the last year has gone for you. They might be looking at areas for development for you, and they might be looking at extra support that you need, what's going well, that kind of thing. And every 3 years your review will be taken back to panel, as will your very first review. They also hold what's called ad hoc reviews, so where we've had an allegation or there's been a big disruption in the household, they can hold additional reviews there, and we'll talk more about that in session 2. So you will be involved with school, but we also have what's called the virtual school in Hull. So we have a team of education coordinators who are kind of that gap between the looked after system and school. So making sure that our looked after children have everything that they need to be able to function in school. Because our looked after children have very different needs to some of their peers. The looked after health team, so we have our own health team who will do additional health assessments on the children that you care for, and quite often they're done in your home.